Hey everybody, it's me, Gregory Manarino. This is my post-market wrap-up for today, November 21st, 2017. Should be no surprise to any of you here. Today, yet again, new stock market records across the board. In the video that I did earlier today, I explained at that time how the NASDAQ had hit an intraday high, and I told all of you that this market was going to continue on to records. We're going to see this again. Understand, people, with them, and you know who they are, keeping the bond market stable, this is going to push stocks higher. I've been covering this at length for weeks and frankly have nailed it to the freaking wall. And I want to talk more about that in just a little bit here. So today, just to recap what happened, in the video that I did earlier, I had suggested, if you watched that video, to go look at the action that was occurring in the bond market. If you would have done that, and you can still see it now, it's right on my website, traderschoice.net, you would have seen a frankly huge amount of bond buying being reflected in that chart by all the green that you saw on the right side of the chart. Well, what happened throughout the day? After the tremendous spike, bonds started to fall off again. And then what happened? They started being bought back up again. You're watching this in real time, or damn close to real time here. And as long as they can keep the bond market doing what they're doing by literally faking it and rigging it, stocks will continue higher. Understand, the fundamental factors that are supposed to dictate value for a market, so fundamentals and valuations, right now, they don't matter. Nothing matters here anymore. And I want to talk a little bit about that too. So today, again, all of you know this, and don't ask me why I do this, but I do. Throughout the trading day, I sit there and I watch CNBC. It's right on my trading screen. And I mean, for the most part, I have to laugh at it. And especially today, they had a couple of guests who came on who were expressing concern about this market, rightly so. Speaking about, again, how the fundamental factors and the valuations that are supposed to be dictated by those fundamental factors are not making any sense anymore. Then all of a sudden, you know, the commentators start attacking that person. Well, how could you say that? And blah, 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 blah. You know, they will not allow anything to go against the narrative. Their narrative, and I'm going to take a beating for this from, again, every single time I talk about CNBC in a negative way, or mostly CNBC, my videos get flagged. So help me out. Help this guy out here for the Thanksgiving holiday and give me a thumbs up and share this. I'm asking you to do that. But again, so they have these commentators out there who seem to be going against the grain, saying, hey, you know, the market is like disconnected. There's no price discovery behind what's occurring, and then they get attacked. But again, if they start talking about things like Bitcoin, all of a sudden Bitcoin's in a bubble. They know how to see that bubble. Again, it's ridiculous, but Bitcoin is not in a bubble. And I've been calling Bitcoin for you round by round, telling you where it's going to go. And it's been following exactly like I said it would. It's on its way to 10 grand, mark my words. And also with regard to gold or silver, or whenever they start to talk about that, oh, that's real. Oh, that's okay. But when any guest that they have on the show starts to show concern regarding the market, they get attacked. So you can understand the narrative that's going on with the mainstream. It's frankly beyond belief. You and I obviously understand that nothing is real, and I've spoken about this. I've been interviewed about it. I've been on shows about it. I mean, countless times explaining how the market has no real discovery mechanism behind it with regard to price. World central banks, by literally distorting the debt market in every way that they can, and you can see this occurring right now with the action in the bond market, how they are keeping it stable. They have to do this to keep the stocks moving higher. These are creating distortions that are of orders of magnitude that are beyond belief. Literally, it's over my pay grade, and I study this around the clock, and I mean that. You know that. But what we do understand, and again, I've been calling this for all of you for quite a long time, is this market is going to stay this way for political reasons. President Trump is using the markets as a prop. He will continue to do this. He's going to make sure that the bond market stays stable by having people keep it stable. You know who they are. He's playing this game too. Look, I'm a Trump supporter. All of you know that. But this is what's going on now. For him, the game has become real. Underneath President Obama, President Trump was first to say, hey, none of this is real. The stock market is being propped up. He's got the Federal Reserve working for him. He being President Obama, this was what Trump was saying. But now all of a sudden it's real. We know it's not real. And it kind of disgusts me to hear him touting this, because the market is not real. The fundamental factors behind it are not dictating the valuations that we are seeing now. Regarding valuations, we're in bubble territory. We've seen this before, and it always ends badly. But that does not mean we can't capitalize on this. Look, a lot of people have been writing to me lately. I think I'm going to go off a little bit with regard to this market. Now, I've outlined this for you. I'm telling you what you need to be looking at here, and I have been really dead on with all of this. Now, for those of you that are looking to trade an individual stock, hey Greg, your stock picks aren't there anymore, and they're not there anymore, and there's a reason for that, and I've been talking about this. I've been moving in and out of positions quite a lot lately, but my main trade here is the SPY index. I'm just riding it. You can take any one of my trading systems, which you can get from my website, traderschoice.net, and just trade SPY. Ride it up and ride it down using options, and you will frankly have, at the end of the month, more cash than you're going to know what to do with. Forget about trying to pick an individual stock here. It doesn't make any sense in this environment. Think about what I'm saying here. We know they're going to push the stock market up. There's no doubt about it. So if we know that that's going to happen, why don't we just trade a single index? Sounds kind of interesting to you? It should. Again, any one of my trading systems you can use, or one of your own. I mean, pick one. I don't know, but I know that mine will work. And just ride the index. Ride it up, ride it down. Boom. I don't care where the market goes. You all know that, and this is what I've been doing. I'm not saying that I don't go in there. I have a few favorite stocks that I like to trade from time to time. Apple being one of them. Facebook is another one. Google's another one. IBM is another one. Goldman Sachs is another one. These are positions that I'll enter into, planning on maybe holding it for a day trade or 2 to 3 days at most. That's it. So I can't actually list positions on my website because I'm in and out of them so fast. But forget about it. You do not need to do that. If you are a trader here, pick an index. Which one do you like? Do you like the Qs? Do you like the way it sounds? Okay. Ride the Qs up, ride the Qs down. Could not be more easy for you. It's incredible. But there's a lot of people out here who don't want you to know that. But I want you to know that because it is my goal. It is my mission, okay, to lay all of this out for you in a way you can understand and you can rip its face off so completely and absolutely that it's unrecognizable. That's what I want for every single one of us, because this thing that is being going on right now is not going to stop until it does. And when it does, I'm going to be just as happy as I am right now, because I'm going to short all of this into oblivion. That's because that's what the big banks are going to do, and that's what I want you to do too. Anyway, I know I'm going off the deep end with this whole thing, people, but it's just so true. And I really hope I'm making sense to you with what I am saying here. But just real quick, going back to CNBC, if you get a chance and you want to laugh a little bit, watch when they have any other individual that differs maybe with their opinion. They pounce on that person. But if you talk about Bitcoin, oh, Bitcoin is in a bubble. If you talk about gold and silver, oh, their price action is real. It's real. But the stock market, oh, it's fairly valued. It's fairly priced. Really? It's simply incredible, people. And I want you to keep your eye on that bond market, and I cannot stress this enough. If you watch the bond market like I did all day long, I'm going to have it open right here, so I watch it on my website, the same as you do, and I sit there and I watch it. And then I place a lot of I move money around depending on what's happening in that bond market too. This is not that hard, people. And again, I want us all to win. We are going to win. But with regard to gold and silver, we got to keep stacking this, in my opinion. I know how crazy that sounds in this environment, but central banks have no choice but to inflate. All this cash that they're using to manipulate the bond market, where's it coming from? It's being printed out of thin air, added to a digital screen, and we're not going to find it on any balance sheet anywhere. This is all off balance sheet with regard to the central banks, the Federal Reserve more specifically, and it's being done through dark pools, so you can't trace this. Why do you think dark pools exist? For fun? It's an incredible situation that we're in, people. It really is. But this just means there's opportunity here. That's the way I look at it, and that's how you should look at it. It's sickening. Yesterday, all of you know, and I think it was visible when I talked about the dumping of, I don't even know how much was dumped. Apparently, Zero Hedge did an article where they said there was $2 billion in paper gold contracts dumped onto the market in a matter of seconds. I showed you that chart, and you saw how the market, 2 billion contracts. Contracts. Think of what I'm talking about. Think how the staggering amount of money that is. It was 2 billion contracts or $2 billion worth. Either way, however you want to look at it, it was done on purpose. It's not real. It's part of this gold rigging thing. Good. Let them continue to do this, because I am more than certain there's going to be a moment here where it all achieves a fair value. There's also a lot of chatter out here with regard to China, something I've been talking about for years, almost a decade on and off. While back, China's going to do something with the gold market. I believe they understand what's going on here. I believe there's a possibility they're going to introduce some kind of gold-backed or fractionally backed currency or something down the line. Who knows? This is all speculation. I'm just throwing it out here. But there is going to be a moment when everything we're looking at does normalize. And until that time, and even when that happens, we're just going to take advantage of it. That's all we're going to do. And I think, quite frankly, the way I lay this out for you makes it exceedingly simple for you to know what to do. All right, look, with that said, this video is going to be the last one I'm going to do until Monday. I am taking the next few days off. Tomorrow, the stock market is open for a full day. I'm not going to do anything with that. Thursday, shortened trading day. Friday, shortened trading day. Monday is a regular day. I will be out here at that point, and we're going to talk about the action over the last several days. Keep your eye on that bond market. Watch what's going on here, people. And I really hope all of you have a very happy, healthy, and safe Thanksgiving, however you celebrate this whole thing. I really do care about all of you, and I want you to know that. You mean a lot to me. And I really hope I'm doing a good job for you. I am trying very, very, very hard. So with that said, because I'm going to get beat up from this video, please give me a thumbs up here. Share this video. Get it out there. Let people see this. Let them know what's really going on. And frankly, let's get more people on board to rip the freaking face off of this. And together, that's exactly what we're going to do. I will not let you down. I promise I will not let you down. I'll see you Monday. Have a good one.